Hello folks, and welcome back to Sports Babble with Myles and Quinn. Today we are going to be having one of the most controversial Sports Babble episodes we've ever had on this channel. It's going to be about top 5 running backs in the NFL. Thanks, and we'll be back after these words.
It's a pillowcase, creepy case, it's our face. Everywhere you'll ever go, people will say, people will know, that's creepy case, it's their face. Creepy case, the pillowcase, we're the best, we help you rest, everything is great. We can help you sleep better-ish, kind of not, oh wait, we're hot. Creepy case, we help you sleep, cause it's our face. Every day, every way, we help you sleep and we help you play.
Acting up for us to settle on our penny block.
Hey, this is Quinn, reminding you to please take a moment and smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. And while you're at it, click on the notification bell to never miss an upload of Sports Babble with Myles and Quinn. Enjoy the show. We are back. So, like I said earlier, today, this is going to be one of the most controversial Sports Babble episodes we've ever had on this channel. This is going to be a very large debate today. We're going to try our best to not talk over each other. We've mutually agreed some things previous to recording, so we're going to get into it. Now, I'm just going to explain. So, today, we're going to be talking about top 5 running backs in the NFL. Most of, top 4, 4 of them, I'd say all of us could probably mutually agree on. Top 4 running backs, or some of the top 5 running backs, 4 of them: Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, Dalvin Cook. Right? Could we all agree that?
Can I get an amen?
Yeah, we can agree with that.
Okay, so that's our agreement. Our disagreement is whether Saquon Barkley.
Wait.
Yeah.
We're doing assimilated if they're healthy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just admitted that when healthy, Saquon's not a top 3 running back. That's progress.
I said 4.
He knows it now.
I said previous to that we can agree at least 4 of them in no specific order. Those were 4 of the
yes, but
top
before,
5.
You always used to think that Saquon was a top 3 running back when healthy. So we're making progress on him, Myles.
Okay.
The mind games have already begun.
So I think Saquon is, when healthy, is easily a top 5 running back. Myles don't think that. They think Nick Chubb would go over him. And I want to start, I want to start off strong with my thoughts. Myles, Mark, I'd like to ask you. You know Pro Football Focus, right? You know their Instagram. Would you be able to say they have trustworthy information?
I've never been on their Instagram. Right now, I'm on their website.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, their Instagram, they have over 360 followers, some of them including NFL stars such as Aaron Donald, Henry Ruggs, Minka Fitzpatrick,
Whose
Chase
Instagram
Young,
is this?
and more. Pro Football Focus. It's like a football stat thing.
All right.
I didn't even know they had an Instagram.
On their Instagram, on their website, they've posted something: top 12 running backs in the NFL. Saquon Barkley was at number 3. Nick Chubb was all the way down at number 7, not in the top 5, not in the top 6.
Who was before Nick Chubb then?
Who was before Nick Chubb? Here, let me look. Here, I'll just list them. Before Nick Chubb was Jonathan Taylor at 6.
So, Quinn,
Okay.
do you find that this is a trustworthy source of information?
I'll put
putting
Nick Chubb
Jonathan Taylor before Nick Chubb.
Okay, I'll put Nick
Don't
Chubb
get
at
your
I'll put
panties all
Nick
in a bunch.
Chubb at 6 then. Christian
we
McCaffrey at 1,
already
Dalvin
know
Cook at
that-
2, Saquon at 3, Alvin Kamara at 4, Derrick Henry at 5,
Derrick Henry at 5. Wow, that is one of the stupidest running back facts I have heard this year. That Derrick Henry at 5.
Anyways,
I think he's arguably number 1.
anyways, moving on.
Not.
I think one of the main stats that Saquon Barkley has that Nick Chubb doesn't, and that only, I'll say, 2 other running backs are really solid at in the top 5 for me. There's 3 of them, Saquon Barkley, Alvin Kamara, and Christian McCaffrey, receiving. In Saquon Barkley's first year in the NFL, 2018, his rookie season, Saquon Barkley had 721 receiving yards, while Nick Chubb only had 212. There's a large difference there.
Quinn,
There's more than just
all right.
rushing to a running back. There's rushing,
Quinn.
there's catching, and more. Yes.
Yeah, Quinn. So, do you think that we should be able to judge Saquon Barkley by his 2020 season?
No, I don't.
Well, Nick Chubb started 9 games while Saquon Barkley started 16 games here in 2018, the year he was so good. And guess who had more rushing yards?
Nick Chubb, but
right, anyway,
what I'm
so-
saying is also Nick Chubb, he only started
Anyway,
9 games,
receiving
but he
yards.
played all 16. He only started 9, he played all 16 games.
Noah.
It says
Sorry,
here
Noah
that
farted.
he has
Yes, he did. He just did it again.
Fart. Noah.
Noah, stop. All right, carry on. Sorry about that.
back on track here. So, with my stable debunking of this ridiculousness, anyway, also, if you're going to point out receiving there, of course, Saquon has an advantage in that for the 1 year he played many, many more minutes. However, in total, who has more touchdowns? Nick Chubb.
Okay.
Receiving. Also, I'd like to point out that, well, this is just a super stable thing, and, we really need to keep it going here on running backs, but Nick Chubb has more rushing yards. He has more rushing touchdowns. He has a higher yards per carry. He has he has more minutes played, but anyway, so back to the original stat here. What did I just press? It doesn't matter. Nick Chubb, it says here, in his career has started 37 games, while Saquon Barkley in his career has started 31. That's a pretty stable margin, and I'm only using games started because when you start a game, you play more in a game.
Mhm.
Anyway, so in total, 44 games have been played by Nick Chubb, and 31 have been played for Saquon Barkley. It's not a huge difference. That definitely is a difference. However, Nick Chubb has a few games. Nick Chubb has a lot more games that he just played and he didn't start, which means he necessarily doesn't have as many rushing yards. Plus, he's had to split with Kareem Hunt. And Nick Chubb has a lot more yards. Like, Saquon Barkley has 2,344 yards in 2 years, roughly, which is that's very good. That is impressive. While Nick Chubb, in 44 games played, not all of them started though, he has 3,557 yards. That's quite a few. That's about 800 yards in front of Saquon Barkley in a total of 6 games started and 13 played, which is still not a good stat for Saquon Barkley. Another stat I have here on the thing is rushing yards, so in the career, which is actually a point here, in rushing yards per carry, Saquon Barkley has 4.7, which that's very good. However, Nick Chubb has 5.2, and he's played more. So when you play more, it becomes harder and harder to have a stable average of a high number. So that actually proves that Saquon Barkley isn't as good because Nick Chubb has played more games, and he has a higher yards per average factor, as well as in total touchdowns. He has 28, while Saquon Barkley has 17. If you subtract the year that they both played the least, that would mean 20 touchdowns for Nick Chubb, and that would mean 17 touchdowns for Saquon Barkley.
That's only 3 more. That's only 3 more touchdowns, which isn't that much. Yeah, you made some good points there, but Saquon Barkley, stats can be very misleading. Here, I have a thing for you. This is a player A and player B. These aren't both running backs. These are both quarterbacks. Player A, right, has more yards, has more yards, touchdowns,
or
and
like rushing.
Passing. These are QBs. This is just to prove that stats are misleading. Player A has more yards, touchdowns, and I'm pretty sure better QB rating, while player has a lower QB rating. Player B has a higher completion percentage, higher yards per throw, and higher completion percentage and more throws. Which quarterback would you rather have?
How many games have each respective quarterback played? Is it roughly close?
I'm not sure. One of them, player A, has played more games, like many more games, or not many. More. Which player would you rather have?
That's very difficult to tell because, number one, you really can't do that because if player A has played many more games, it would make sense that he has lower throws or yards per catch or whatever, and a lower quarterback average. And if player B it would make sense that if he's played less, it would make sense that he doesn't have as many yards and touchdowns.
That's not the point. Just choose one, player A or player B.
Player A.
Okay. Screw that opinion. Never mind.
What?
Player
Did
A
I prove your own point wrong?
Was player A? Joe.
Player A was Peyton Manning. Player B was Mitchell Trubisky. Okay.
Oh, well, Quinn, here's the thing with that. It's not a fair comparison because Nick Chubb has more yards and touchdowns, and even though he's played a higher game, so that makes sense, but he's also played more, and he has a higher running back rating and a higher yards per carry. So you not only proved your own point wrong by me just being a brilliant intellectual, but you flat out did.
All right. My next thing. All right. A little while ago, ESPN took a survey. They did a survey with 50 people, some being league executives, coaches, scouts, and different players, and they had a survey on top running backs in the NFL. This is ESPN. Saquon Barkley was ranked number 1 out of those running backs.
Oh, yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Hey, this is from league executives, coaches, scouts, and
all
players.
They don't go wrong. They know what they're talking
This is
about.
from
make
50
a valid
people.
point that Saquon Barkley is better than Alvin Kamara or Derrick Henry or Dalvin Cook or Nick Chubb.
No, but that just goes to show that Saquon Barkley is a very game-changing player. Another point. Browns, I would say.
Or maybe it just means he's well liked.
Browns have easily a top 10 offensive line in the league. Well, the Giants have a bottom 5 offensive line in the league. And the stats between them aren't giant margins if you're taking out the seasons that they both played very less games, right?
Actually, Quinn, there is one more thing I would like to bring up. Who has a better quarterback? Just a solid better quarterback.
Baker Mayfield is easily better than Daniel Jones.
Whoa.
And who has a better wide
just hear
receiving core?
Who's a better wide receiving
Myles,
core?
we did it. We did it.
The Browns.
So shouldn't
Yeah,
Nick
who has
Chubb be
better
running
tight ends?
less? So shouldn't Nick Chubb be running
better
less than
tight ends,
Saquon
Quinn?
Barkley?
Hold up. Myles, yeah, I'm about to crush Quinn's world with a different stat, but you're very close.
Jeez,
Anyway,
Myles is
Quinn,
bringing the
who
assault.
has better tight ends?
The Giants.
Yes, which means that should be better blocking. Also, who has more
Better
of a backup
blocking.
running back thing going on here?
Probably the Browns.
I mean, Nick Chubb or Wayne Gallman? Or, I mean,
Wayne
not Nick
Gallman
Chubb, sorry.
easily.
Kareem Hunt or like Wayne Gallman?
Taking Wayne Gallman 10
All right,
times
so-
out of 9.
Your point,
10
you have
times
a
out of
very
9.
good point, and that's one of the only that's one of the only points that you can make in favor of him. I mean, I cannot deny that no one can that the Browns have one definitely better offensive line than the Giants. The Giants is just atrocious. However, the Browns have a better quarterback, and better wide receivers, which should mean they're throwing more. And they also have a better secondary running back, who they do actually run it to more. And the tight ends of the Giants are better than them of the Browns. I mean, it's like Austin
Wait,
Hooper.
Myles.
the
You
Browns.
Wait.
I don't really know.
Myles.
Wait,
Don't
can I
you
say
think-
something?
Don't you
I mean-
think if Nick Chubb was so good that Kareem Hunt wouldn't split carries with Nick Chubb? Don't you think if Nick Chubb was this top 4 running back in the NFL, top 5, don't you think he would run the ball all the time
Wait,
rather than Kareem
can
Hunt
I say
splitting
something?
carries with him?
Wait, can I say something?
Yeah, you do make a good point there. Yeah, go ahead, Miles.
So another thing to think about is the emotional side of things. I mean, Saquon Barkley,
Oh, yeah.
him with the Giants, it's a little shifty there. But but Nick Chubb with the Browns, it hasn't been the best either apparently. And Kareem Hunt, I heard this once. Kareem Hunt has gotten Nick Chubb to open up more to the Browns, and that's a huge thing. So to have one improving emotional support, and the fact that it happened during football with a football player is going to hugely improve team chemistry. So that's a big part, I think, too.
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb.
You got another
they are-
good fact.
Yeah, Kareem and
Besties.
Nick Chubb, they are not only that, but they work really well together. And so the fact that they're two running backs, if you put them both behind the quarterback, they will work well together. They won't fight with each other. That's huge.
Oh, I got one more point to make after that. The first is, I mean, well, you make a fantastic point, and Quinn is obviously sitting in his shame like a dog. Nick Chubb, probably not the best guy to go to emotional counseling with. He's not a very good human being. Anyway, another thing to focus on is, if this is even a discussion on Nick Chubb and Saquon Barkley being so much like the same player, how come Saquon Barkley, even though they have similar stats and Nick Chubb actually leads them, how come Nick Chubb gets paid less and he's arguably better than Saquon Barkley? That's another thing. I mean, and Quinn, to rebuke your point about, what did you say?
If Nick Chubb is
How-
so
why
good,
would they
shouldn't
be
he carry
keeping
the
him?
ball all the time?
Good analogy for this is, if you have two great quarterbacks, you have Russell Wilson and you have Matt Ryan. I just picked just solid 2 examples that really depict those two. But would you get rid of Matt Ryan because you have a good quarterback? Or
No.
would you keep him because if he gets injured, obviously Matt Ryan's going to step in and he's going to be not as good and he's going to have big shoes to fill, but he's going to fill them the best he can. And that's better than signing some running back, Wayne Gallman, off the street.
No, what I'm saying is, yeah, I think if you have 2 great players, one for quarterbacks, that's a different thing because you're not going to split snaps with quarterbacks. But I think with running backs, if you're splitting carries, Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, I think Kareem Hunt is nowhere near. He's outside top 15 running backs in the NFL. And
I have to
Nick Chubb
disagree with
is
that.
near top 7,
He's top
7
4.
or top 6.
Come
He's
on.
top 4.
Top 4. Yes.
Top
there you
5.
go.
Top 5. He's top 5.
No, wait, no, he'd be top 5, not top
Yeah, he's top
4.
5. He's top 5. Top
Anyways,
5 running back.
yeah, because
Wait, I think
Anyway.
that we have all put our points in the discussion, except maybe Noah if he wants to talk. But maybe we should move on to our second half
In
of
the
the show.
DAD.
No, I
Yeah,
see you guys
DAD.
have been
Hold on,
interrupting me left and right,
see
and I
how
didn't get to
that
finish my
goes.
points.
I see how it goes, Quinn. They attack,
Uh-huh.
and then
And then they try and leave.
They
Right.
go for the throat,
and
then
they
they
commercial
leave.
break it. All right. Well, I think at the same time, Myles might have a point.
I still have things that need to be said.
Quinn, all right, bring it.
Okay.
Bring it.
Yeah, Quinn.
Saquon Barkley is top 5.
Last
All right,
rant.
second half. Just go.
You ready to
go.
do that,
Just
Quinn?
go.
Is that? Are you sure?
Yep, just go. Just go.
We're ready. Second
Yeah,
half.
Wait, hold on. I
I'm
have
ready. No,
another
just go.
quick thing to say Quinn,
Hold
before
on a
you
sec.
get roasted
Oh.
more. It's very arguable that Kareem Hunt is a very good running back, and it's arguable he's top 10, which he's
not
very
second
talented
halfing.
too. I mean, obviously he's not top 7 or top. He's
He's
probably
not
not even
top
top
10.
10, but he's also a very good running back. If he goes to another team, like for example, he went back to Kansas City, or I don't know if he played there. If he went to Kansas City, he would excel there because, they don't have a running back that I would play or that anyone really would rather play than him. There's a few, if he went to the Falcons, the Patriots, the Dolphins, the Jets, the Bills, if he went to all these teams, they would play him because he's a talented running back. I think the Browns are just like, wait. If we have two fantastic running backs and they can both get a bunch of touchdowns and they can both get good carries and run, then why don't we do that and cut both players' injury ratios in half? So now Nick Chubb, your most valued running back, the chances of him getting hurt are lower, and you're putting in a running back who's not as good, but he's not bad. He's still very talented. You're putting him in, so you're scoring touchdowns.
Very
with him.
capable.
You're scoring touchdowns with Chubb.
Here,
It's-
can I also say something?
That is not a good basis. Like, if the Giants got Odell Beckham Jr. and Jarvis Landry, they would obviously throw to Jarvis Landry more because he's better than Odell Beckham, but they would still keep him because he's talented and he's valuable for the team.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember when we
Last
had
thing I'd
Beckham?
like to leave off on in this first half of the show is NFL. I mentioned how Pro Football Focus is a very reliable source. So is the NFL because they're the people that run this whole thing. In the past, not 2020, but because they haven't done that one yet, but in 2018 and 2019, the NFL, in their top 100 players that they do every year, Saquon Barkley is ranked above Nick Chubb. In 2019, I believe Saquon Barkley ranked number 14, while Nick Chubb was somewhere around 30. And in 2018,
Quinn.
Saquon Barkley was 12, while Nick Chubb was like 75. You see the large margin there, right?
Quinn, the thing with that is Nick Chubb's worst year was in 2018, where he still was a good running back. Second best year was in 2019, where he outperformed Saquon Barkley. And of course, Saquon Barkley outperformed him the year before. 2018 was Saquon Barkley over him. I can't deny that. I don't think anyone can. So the thing is, you have Saquon outperforming him one year that he plays less, and then you have Nick Chubb outperforming Saquon in a year he plays barely less. And then in 2020, Nick Chubb has his best year yet. And of course, Saquon Barkley didn't play. And the one game he did play was a disaster of horribleness. So this year, going onto it, if Saquon Barkley had played at the decreasing level he was going at, and Nick Chubb played at the increasing level he was going at, it would still just be a landslide here for Nick Chubb. And of course, the 2020 statistics haven't came out. I don't think you can really fairly judge how Saquon Barkley was going to play, although I can guarantee you Nick Chubb, chances are he's going to play better. By the way, each of their first games went, it was going to be him.
Let's keep in mind, in the first game, the Giants did play the Steelers, who have a top 3 defense in the NFL. So let's keep that in mind.
Quinn,
They've one of the best front sevens
Browns
in the
played the
NFL.
Steelers twice.
Great point.
What?
Quinn, the Browns played the
That's a great
Steelers
point.
twice.
Yeah, I know, but
And one of those times, Nick Chubb ran for over 100 yards. Oh, and I'm going to say it again. Aaron Donald, the Rams, great defense. They played the Browns too. Nick Chubb had nearly 100 yards in that game as well.
just wait until
The
now.
Giants
just
played.
gonna
The
spin
Giants
everything you
played the
say,
Rams
Quinn.
too, and the Giants nearly won.
The Browns did win, though.
They did? No, damn.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so that wraps it up for
Quinn,
the
your
first
facts
half
are
of the show.
crumbling.
I think.
No, Saquon's gonna crush it this season.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I think
That's
we'll
wishful
see
thinking.
see what happens next season. I think if Saquon Barkley played his whole third season, I think it could have been close. But we'll see. Hopefully, both Nick Chubb and Saquon Barkley play their full year this upcoming season, and hopefully Saquon crushes it. Or wait, I know he'll crush it. Thanks. We'll be back.
Go Saints. Go Mojo is mine. Bro. Go Mojo is pro. Go Mojo getting too many TDs. Come over running free. You can't take it down. Try to tackle him. You look like such a clown. One shoe green, one shoe red. He hurdles you right over your head. Komodo's the best, he helps you rest. Nope, that's creepy case. Oh, wait, we're hot. Komodo is mine. Bro, Komodo is pro. Komodo is mine. Bro.
Hey, this is Quinn, reminding you to head over to sportsbabblevt.com for show recaps, sports updates, contests, news, and more. Plus, click that contact us link and send us your thoughts, questions, or ideas. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the show.
With Myles and Quinn.
Okay, we are back. We are going. Can we mutually agree that from now on, this episode, to space and beyond, to infinity and beyond, there will be, in the second half of the show, unless it involves lane slowdown or trivia involves the Giants or Saquon Barkley, there will be no discussion in this episode about the Giants or Saquon Barkley or Nick Chubb or the Browns in this second half of the show. Can
That
we
sounds like a
mutually
man
agree
who
on
just
that?
lost the debate.
I think that's a great idea, Quinn.
Oh, Miles.
So
what do you guys think about Daniel
Mark-
Jones?
I-
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
Miles
Sorry.
Marquez. You should you should do like a poll on your Instagram for the thing to settle the debate.
He did.
The debate.
He did? Just
Yeah.
barely?
No, last week.
It was fixed though, Quinn. It was
No,
it was clearly
that
fixed.
wasn't a
Yeah,
poll. That was a
that
that
was-
was a multiple choice question.
And it was fixed. You couldn't choose the right answer.
Yeah, that
no
was
like
rigged.
a poll, Quinn.
It
That's
was
like
fixed.
Saquon or
I'm
Nick
just gonna
Chubb,
say
and
it though.
whoever
More
clicks
people
like
chose
say
the
people,
right
more people.
answer than they chose Team Lynch.
They must have
FYI, though,
misclicked.
so, like,
I think you misclicked
Yeah.
when you chose the one that was the right answer because they were awfully close.
four people chose more. Four more people chose our answer than yours. So
What were those four people? You, Camden.
no, Camden actually chose you both.
Miles, his
Suck it
sister,
wrong.
his mom, his dad.
No, Adele
His
chose
dog.
you all suck and are wrong too.
Your dog had
Actually,
an account
that
too.
one won. In fairness, that one won. You all
Admit it.
suck and are wrong one.
Admit it, your dog actually
So,
voted.
Alright.
that's not-
We're gonna move on to
Of course, my dog voted. He wrote.
Wait.
He voted. The fact that y'all care so much is super sad.
Miles Lane. Can we confirm that there will be no giant slander in Lane's Lowdown?
The Giants suck.
Yes.
Okay,
He
perfect.
confirmed. He didn't raise his right hand, but he at least confirmed.
All right, we are going to move on to Lane's.
What about
Myles,
this one?
take it away.
Saquon Barkeep. Saquon Barkeep is horrible.
Go ahead, Myles.
Okay. So, Lane's lowdown today. There's so much trading go around this time of year. We have more trade rumors for you. Jimmy Garoppolo possibly being pursued by the Patriots. This is kind of similar to the last one, but I thought it was interesting since Jimmy Garoppolo, he used to be on the Patriots, went to the 49ers, and I don't know, Patriots they called it sniffing out Jimmy Garoppolo, and I don't know if he'll go to the Patriots. I really hope he does because he's way better than Cam Newton, but what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I think this is a likely possibility. You know, most of you know the 49ers did recently trade up to the Dolphins, so now the 49ers have the third pick in the NFL draft, not the Dolphins anymore. So there's a very likely possibility that they take a quarterback at number 3, because this is one of the most deep quarterback drafts in a long time. You know, you got Trevor Lawrence, who will probably go to the Jaguars. I'm assuming Zach Wilson will go to the Jets, and then the 49ers might fall with Justin Fields. So, you know, that's definitely great for them. Then they might end up trading Jimmy Garoppolo to the Patriots, back to his home team. You know, they are paying him a lot of money, a lot more money than he deserves. So,
Wait, hold on. I thought it's Garoppolo.
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 Yeah, so I think this
New
is
song idea
I think
right
this
there.
is a likely possibility. You know, there's definitely then some chemistry there with Patriots and Jimmy Garoppolo. So
Garoppolo.
rather than
Garoppolo.
Garoppolo, so rather than choosing a quarterback that they don't know, now they can just go to Jimmy Garoppolo and they can just play with him
Garoppolo.
again. Garoppolo? What is it now?
Garoppolo.
Can we decide? Garoppolo? Okay.
Garoppolo.
Yeah, so I think this could be a likely situation, considering that the 49ers did just trade for the third pick in the draft. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Garoppolo?
Miles Marcoux?
No, now he doesn't want to talk because it's not about bad mouthing the Giants.
Sorry, guys. My mic was off. I did not realize that. What was the question?
Jimmy Garoppolo trade rumors to the Pats.
Patriots.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Wow.
It's not going to happen.
What?
I don't know why people think it's going to happen.
Holy smokes.
I just don't care.
And why do you say that?
Because it's not going to happen, and
Why do you say
mean,
it's
even
not
so,
gonna
I don't really care.
Yeah, do you think that it's because
It
that
just isn't.
Garoppolo has a strong connection with the 49ers and he doesn't want to move to the Patriots? Or do you think he wants to...
I don't think the 49ers are getting another
Let's see your phone for a
quarterback,
sec, though.
so I think they're just going to stay with him. I mean, the 49ers, of course, they got that other guy, or that pick, not
Nick
a guy,
Mullins.
but anyway. No, they got a pick.
Oh.
So, for me, it's like, even if so, like we said earlier in the discussion, if you have two good quarterbacks, you might as well keep it. I don't see any logical
Stop
reason.
throwing major shade on
for
Nick
them
Mullins.
to-
Nick Mullins is the GOAT.
Yeah, Nick Mullins is the GOAT. I don't see any reason for them to just give up a very good quarterback on something else, maybe another quarterback they get in the draft. I don't see a good reason for them to do that. Even if you're keeping him as a backup, that's where Jimmy Garoppolo sort of belongs, just as a backup.
Yeah, you know, especially when he's handing the ball. If he's got a really solid form doing that, that's what he should stick to, anyways. Yeah. I don't think this is like, unlike other trade rumors that we've heard of. I don't think this is like crazy. I don't think it's going to happen necessarily. But I think there is definitely more possible. I think this is one of the more likely trade rumors we've heard this off season, considering people have said Russell Wilson's going to get traded, which is just absurd. So yeah, I think it's not the worst
And
rumor.
you
but
guys don't think that he was on the Patriots, right? For a little bit.
Yeah,
And you don't think he
rode
wants
the bench behind.
Yeah, you don't think he wants to be like off the bench finally and play on the Patriots and kind of start a new
the first 2 seasons of his career, something like that. Maybe first season, he sat the bench behind Tom Brady while Tom Brady won all those Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
He probably doesn't want to play 2 seasons or 3 with 49ers. However,
Or do you
many
think he might
played,
move to Tampa Bay to get more rings? So then, never mind.
Oh,
Hey, do you guys know Justin Herron?
Justin, who's that?
He plays for the Patriots.
Is Justin?
You don't know him?
What
He's a
position does he
linebacker. I'm thinking.
I don't
I've
think he plays for the
heard of
Patriots
Justin
anymore.
Herron.
Oh, he doesn't.
No, I'm pretty sure he's an offensive lineman.
Or he used to, maybe one or the other.
Yeah, he used to. He definitely did. He might. I could be wrong.
He
Didn't
saved.
he stop some crime from happening?
Yeah,
or
he
something?
saved a lady who was being a 71-year-old woman was being assaulted in a park, and he basically grabbed the guy and pulled him off her and said, "You stay right here until the police come." And the guy was like, "Okay." It was that easy.
Well, if he's an offensive lineman, he's probably a big dude.
He's 6'5", 6'5" offensive lineman who just completed his rookie season with the Patriots.
Yeah, I'd also say okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be in that situation in the first
Yeah,
place.
actually,
But
do
if I
think he's
was,
still on our team.
He said, "I just knew in that
I'm
moment."
just gonna say it, boys.
Say it.
Deshaun Watson is looking at him in awe.
Anything else, Miles?
Come on. I just got that.
no, that took a second for
I
nice
didn't,
brain
I didn't get
process.
that. Wait, what?
Because
Wait, what?
Deshaun Watson's now a criminal.
Oh, yeah.
Deshaun Watson was the guy he pulled off the lady.
That would be terrible. That would be so terrible.
Yeah.
It's true. Read about it.
That's good.
Read all about it. All right, Miles, you good, buddy? On your
Yeah, sorry about that brief period if you saw I was gone because my iPad, it's freezing so much. It's so glitchy.
Yeah, we saw you went black. You went dark on us.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
It's freezing because,
Pro 6.
you know what? I'm going to say it. I don't care. It's freezing like the heart of every Giants fan after we completely destroyed the Giants today.
Miles, do you not remember our mutual agreement? I know you thought about it, and then you said,
don't
you know
care.
what? I don't care.
It's freezing like Deshaun Watson in the clink. No, are you ready to do your?
Hey,
I'm
I
ready.
held back.
We're gonna
I
move.
feel
Yeah,
like that's
I saw.
good,
I saw
right?
you. I saw you held back. You're like, I'm not gonna say it. All right, I'm gonna say it. It's progress.
And I was like, yeah, sure, I should. I
All
don't
right.
really care.
We're gonna move on.
Local news and sports with Noah.
Noah, take it away.
And you already know it's with me, myself, and I. Local news and sports. I think the most recent thing was the COVID outbreak in our hockey team, which
Was it our hockey team?
It wasn't
Yeah.
our hockey team.
There-
It was within hockey,
within hockey.
or maybe it was our hockey team because
ending
does
this
Peoples
season.
have its own hockey
No, it
team?
was-
No, Stowe.
So
no,
yeah, still
it's
hockey
Stowe.
team.
So that right there makes
Peoples
it
doesn't
impossible
even
to
have
have an
a rink,
outbreak
I
on
don't
our
think.
hockey team because we don't have a hockey team.
I think they had a rink, but then they turned it into the dog park.
Ending the hockey season for the year. So now, I believe, what do we have for?
What, sports?
Yeah,
I don't know. There was a bunch of lameness.
baseball's coming up, right?
Baseball's coming up, right,
Yeah.
Miles? Yeah, baseball's coming up.
Yep.
The basketball season, I think, is still winding
We're
down.
still having
The
those open
playoffs,
gyms, right? Open gym or whatever.
Oh yeah, PA pickup
Yeah, pick up.
Wednesday.
The PA
PAP.
high school team though, varsity boys lost first game in the playoffs, and then the girls had to forfeit their season. So no basketball playoffs for
I
us.
think we went
but-
over that last time.
Oh yeah, maybe we did.
Did you hear about the D1 girls hockey final where they went on the ice and they were warming up and they got sold? No, sorry, you can't play. They were out on the ice
Really?
warming up. Yeah,
Because of the outbreak.
because of hold on, the outbreak.
The
Bum,
outbreak.
bum,
That's what we'll name this
bum.
episode. The outbreak.
Yeah. So
Doesn't make any
so
sense.
things got messed up because of the outbreak.
Dun dun dun.
So Noah, you got anything else? I mean, you're kind of boring today. You don't really have a whole lot.
Well, there's not a lot of. It's kind of like that.
Trivia.
You just introduced the PA boys hockey team, which we don't have, but that's great. Congratulations.
Trivia.
Ooh,
Miles
wait,
wants
hold on. I'm
trivia.
scrolling through the Instagram right now. And
Is it
Jordan
dusty again,
Schultz,
Myles?
who's at the hold up, what?
Is it dusty in your room still?
I'm not in my room.
Maybe you got that joke.
Anywho.
Anyways.
So anywho, the Patriots are not pursuing 49ers quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo per sources. Cap space isn't there, and obviously Cam Newton will return. Additionally, the draft is flushed with QBs. No Jimmy GQ reunion for the Pats in the foreseeable future. That was by Jordan Schultz from the Schultz Reports. He's verified, so he has to be good at something.
Who has the first pick in the draft?
Jaguars.
And then the Jets.
Jaguars, Jets.
Jaguars are obviously getting
49ers.
Trevor Lawrence. Like,
Giants.
who would they take?
I don't know.
Giants are 11.
Wilson Fields.
We got better.
No.
What
They're
were we
taking
last
Trevor
year, like
Lawrence.
4 or something?
Yeah, last year
Yeah, I
four
guess.
took Andrew Thomas. And don't hit on Andrew Thomas because he caught a touchdown pass.
Of course, I'm going
Yeah,
to
we
hate
made
on
the wrong
Andrew
pick.
Thomas. He used a top five.
That
wait,
was
what was
it.
your pick? Was it like the fourth pick? Who like you used him for an offensive lineman when you don't even have a stable quarterback?
Didn't we choose like 5 over 4 or
It's
something?
like protecting air.
All right, whatever. Moving
Hey
on.
guys! Oh, by the way, today's
Sorry.
March 28th. Do you know what March 28 abbreviated is? 328. You know what happened in 328?
The Giants won the
Super Bowl 51.
Oh,
That was New England 3, Atlanta 28. Guess who won?
Atlanta.
Wow, that's quite the connection.
All right.
Man.
All
Okay,
right,
now we're
you got
gonna.
Trivs?
No, I just looked this up. All right, ready? Roger Federer. That's apparently a tennis player. Cause you know I always say ping pong. Why'd I look up tennis player? Shoot, wait. I get it. You can just. You can.
I'll
start
hand it over to
talking.
you, Quinn.
There's
What's
like
going
there's,
on
there's
here?
pro ping pong, right?
Yes, Quinn.
I believe it is called table tennis.
Yeah, it is called
T-Mobile.
How are we doing here?
Okay, yeah, I'll just take it away, Quinn.
T-Mobile.
For trivia, did the DAD, do you have a trivia today?
Do you need me to have a trivia?
No,
Actually, I
just
have
'cause
one thing to
sometimes
say
you
first.
have
Don't
one.
worry, it's not a roast.
No, this is your job,
Hold up,
right?
do you guys mind if I give somebody a birthday shout out?
Yeah,
Go
go ahead.
for it.
Happy birthday to my dog. His real name is Baylor. It's his birthday today. Happy
Baylor's a
DOG.
legend.
Happy birthday,
He is a
Baylor.
legend.
All right, trivia.
No, you got something?
We're running low on this. We are.
Ooh.
Just
running
find a
low.
new website.
You can't just abandon a website.
Oh, I got one.
You can't.
Who's
abandon
the
a lot.
best? Is Saquon Barkley or Nick Chubb better? The correct answer was Nick Chubb.
Well,
Guaranteed
You didn't even
verified.
let me try to guess.
Didn't we do have mutual agreement? Did anyone remember
The
that?
Atlanta Falcons quarterback, Matt Ryan, came from what college? And I'm going to give you a choice, even though this doesn't give me a choice.
Are we supposed to know that?
Don't look it up. That's the point of trivia. All right?
BYU.
A, Boston College. B, University of Colorado. C, UConn. Boston College,
So if we get
University of
three-
Colorado,
Okay.
UConn.
I'm gonna start it off. I don't
Do
think
we
it
get
was
another one?
Boston College. I don't know why. I just had this hunch.
So it's either
I'm gonna go with
University of
two.
Colorado
Who is 2?
or UConn.
What is 2?
University
go
of
with-
I'm
Colorado.
going.
What is
Since
University
Quinn-
of Colorado?
Since Quinn said it's not Boston, what is Boston?
What is this now? Not even Giants slander.
All
It's
right,
Quinn
Miles, let's go
slander.
to Boston. Okay, all right.
All right, I'm gonna say what is UConn?
I don't know.
Since Quinn said it was not Boston, I think I'm gonna go with Boston too.
Okay.
So, and Noah, did you,
I went Colorado.
You guys are trying to make me leave the frame. I get it.
the
No, it's
answer
okay.
is Boston.
Dang it!
Yeah.
Yes. Wait. Hold on. In reality, Quinn was wrong about this. He has to be wrong about something else. I think it's
I have a good,
think
I have a
it's
good
Whether
one.
Saquon Barkley is
I think it's
better
Did
than
we
Nick Chubb.
not
All right,
have
everyone.
a mutual
All right,
agreement?
here we go. What school did
Yeah, we didn't. I completely just Don't care.
Did I hear the first part of that right?
What school did Saquon Barkley play for prior to being drafted to the NFL?
Penn State. Sorry.
All right, so we're gonna
Ohio.
have to try it. Here we go. What college did NFL QB Jay Cutler attend?
Who is Jay Cutler?
Who is Jay Cutler?
You don't know who Jay Cutler
Oh,
is?
Jay Cutler had bad hair.
Oh, that dude.
It's either A.
No, not Tim Tebow. Jay Cutler.
It's A. Johnson State College. B.
That's like
No.
University of Vermont. C. Vanderbilt.
I'm gonna go with Vanderbilt.
Obviously Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt,
All right,
because I'm
maybe
pretty
I
sure
should
like
not give you such
no
a-
athletes have ever like there's been like 3
Johnson
athletes
State doesn't
that,
even have a
like,
football team.
that have gone pro from UVM. I'm pretty sure.
Right, you're probably right.
And like
Johnson
2
State
of them
doesn't
were
have a
hockey
football
players,
team.
Anthony
Vanderbilt.
Lamb is pro right now.
and like other 2 were like hockey players. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know about
Yeah.
that. All right. Well,
One of them was like 6.
I don't have any others.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
Wait,
Anthony
hold
Lamb
on.
moved
Guys,
up from the G League.
Saquon Barkley is 6th.
The best.
He said it himself.
He's 6 years
Get
old.
it? Because
lying,
his jersey
Quinn.
always has the number 6 on it.
Quinn, he's lying.
it also has the number 2 on it.
Wait,
Second
does
is
that
the
mean he's
best.
the 8th best running back in the league?
No, it could be 4th.
Isn't Nick Chubb's number also 26 or 24? Am I missing something?
Yo, that's awesome. Except for it's wrong.
Yeah, which means if Nick Chubb is 24th and Saquon Barkley's 26th, it still means Nick Chubb is better.
No,
What
he's
is
not.
their birth
Yeah.
date? That
I
could,
don't know.
that could solve something, Quinn. Quinn, you gotta know this stuff. Come on. You were studying before.
No, I asked you earlier what Saquon Barkley's jersey number was, or I asked Dad that, and he said 27.
What?
He was obviously joking.
All right, I was clearly.
He said
Clearly
27,
joking.
26, then 25.
Does that wrap up our trivia section?
Yeah, I think it
that's
does.
it.
That wraps up the
Does
show.
that wrap up
Jeez.
Saquon Barkley's career?
Oh.
No,
Wow.
do
Quinn
the
I
is
outro.
wonder if he'll
Quinn-
get injured the first week.
Clearly not impressed.
No, you
Quinn
can
is.
do the outro.
Wait, I'm placing my one last thing. I am placing my bet that Saquon Barkley gets injured within the first 5 weeks.
That's absurd.
That is awful.
Yeah, there's no possible way that will happen. I'm betting.
Well, thank you
Saquon
guys
Barkley
for joining
is
us.
Quinn, you
not
know
as
what'd be
good as
great?
Nick Chubb.
What?
Just because of this discussion, if they like traded him to the Patriots, just for like a how would you guys feel then? All right, have a good
Then
one.
they'd be like, "Oh, he's number 1."
I would honestly still say that he's 6th.
All right.
Oh, you
Anyways,
liar!
thank you guys for joining
Like
us
if Odell
on this
Beckham
episode.
Jr. got traded to the Patriots, I would just become a permanent.
Thank you guys for joining us on
Washington
this
football team
episode of
fan.
Sports
Garoppolo.
Babble with Myles and Quinn. Saquon Barkley's only fooled once in his career. We'll see you guys next time.
Saquon Barkley.